Hello, welcome to Journey with Judy. Today I'll be showing you how to make lemongrass powder, lemongrass tea. Okay, so this is my lemongrass, this is my garden, my little garden with lots of lemongrass. Can you see that? See how big this lemongrass is, see how tall this lemongrass is. So I'll just cut my lemongrass. Lemongrass is very good for us. If you want to treat malaria, lemongrass is excellent in treating malaria. So lemongrass is good for those suffering from high blood pressure. If you have migraine, lemongrass is good for you. Okay, if you're having constant headache, lemongrass is very good for you. During your menstruation as a woman, taking lemongrass tea will go a very long way to prevent infection, to get rid of infection, to make you feel good, to stop that pain. If you are suffering from arthritis, lemongrass is good for you. Okay, lemongrass is good for you. See, my lemongrass is very plenty, so I'm just cutting it to make lemongrass powder. So this is a miracle leaf. This is miracle leaf, and there's something about miracle leaf. You can see what I'm holding. The leaf can grow with just this plant can grow with the leaf. Can you see that place I'm touching is already germinating? So when the leaf falls, it begins to grow, it begins to produce another miracle leaf. In my place, it's called order or po, meaning when it falls it grows. So that's my hand. The lemongrass ended up cutting my hand because it's very sharp. Yes, lemongrass is sharp. So I would advise you when you're cutting lemongrass to be very careful. At this point, I wanted to apply aloe vera because aloe vera helps to treat a wound. It helps wound to heal so fast. But I noticed I was still bleeding. And aloe vera was not the option. Aloe vera will help the wounds to heal so fast, but aloe vera will not stop the bleeding. So at this moment, I was looking for a particular plant that helps to stop bleeding. I just uprooted the one I had, and now I need it. So I was seriously looking for it. It's called Akintola in Yoruba land. So I later found one. So this weed helps to stop bleeding. I'm making a video about this weed. This weed is very, very good for many things. I mean, many things. So this is Akintola in Yoruba land. I've forgotten the English name, but I'm making a video about this weed. It's a weed, yes. So I'm making a video about it, and I'll talk more about it, the health benefits, what we can do with it. So I had to use scent leaf to clean the blood that was coming. That's how we do it those days. So we use what we have around us to work. So at this moment, I'm using the akintola, this leaf, to just use the juice and apply it there. The good thing about this leaf, this leaf is that it stops bleeding instantly. Yes, those of you that are farmers, those of you that work in farms, you will know this leaf. This leaf is a powerful leaf. You know, God has blessed us with many things that if you are working in the bush, in a farm, you have many things to treat yourself if something happens. Yes, there are many plants that helps for healing. Like aloe vera helps to treat wounds so fast. So I used to say much about aloe vera. Like if you're working in the kitchen and you have a burn, aloe vera will help to heal that burn so fast. If you have a cut, aloe vera will help to heal the cut so fast. Like this wound you see in my hand, within 2 days with aloe vera, this wound will just be a bygone. That is how fast aloe vera can be. In fact, when I applied aloe vera today, the next day you will not even feel that you have wound. So this akintola has stopped the bleeding from my hand. So I will apply aloe vera later when I finish my work. So I'll wash my hand and I'll wash my hand and apply aloe vera to it. So finally, I brought out my hand glove to continue my work because I just have to use hand glove. These lemongrass are very sharp, so if you're not careful, they will cut your hands, just like what happened to me. It's just that I like working directly with my hands than using a hand glove. I'm just used to working directly with my hands, though it's not good. So now my hands are protected. I can continue my work and cut it freely without any fear of lemongrass cutting my hands. So if you want to plant lemongrass, you will put it from the root and you cut the longer part of it and leave some inches. Okay, you leave some inches like what I'm holding now. So if you want to plant aloe vera, and how am I saying aloe vera, if you want to plant lemongrass, you cannot just plant it with a long part of it. It will not grow. So you have to uproot it and cut off that other side and plant it like this, like what I'm holding. What I'm holding will really grow well when you plant it. So, and there's something about lemongrass. There's this video I made about banana peels. I noticed that I poured it in my lemongrass and my lemongrass started doing so well. So if you have lemongrass that is not growing so well, please watch my video on how to use lemon peels to grow your plants. Yes, that video is very important. It really helped my lemongrass to grow so well. Can you see what came out from that my small garden? Can you see the quantity of lemongrass that came out from that my small garden? And I'm going to sell this because someone has already booked for it. So see my hands, so looking like nothing happens to it. So this akintola is a very useful weed. You know, there's some weed we should just have in our house for emergency. Yes, there's some weed we can also leave just little, not making the environment to look dirty, just little of it because of emergency. So when you have a cut, you just use it to stop bleeding. It stops bleeding instantly. So I'll drop the picture of the leaf here so that you can see it boldly. Akintola, that's the Yoruba name. I'm going to make a video on that, so I will say more about it. So now I will have to cut my lemongrass. Of course, I have to wear my hand glove. I don't want what happened the other time to happen again. I had to wear my hand glove to cut it so that it will dry fast and it will dry well. So I'm just going to cut this in a way that it will dry fast before I proceed to the next step. Now, if you have scissors, scissors is the best thing to use for this. Yes, if you have scissors, scissors is the best thing to use for this, because lemongrass is very hard. It looks so tiny, but it's hard, it's very strong. So using a knife that is not sharp is difficult. In fact, I had to go sharp this particular knife because it was really a stress on me. So my knife was not doing well. I went to make it sharp to continue my work. So at least it's better now. It's better now. So you can see that this lemongrass is very, is it long, a bit tall, I'll call it. This, the length, the height of this lemongrass, guys, can you see the height of this lemongrass? Can you see how long this lemongrass is? And the secret is banana peels. That was the manure I used on it when I planted this lemongrass. It was very small, it was very small, but now I have lots of it. People come to the compounds to cut from it. I make money from it. I sell because I make powder from it. Even this plant I cut today, you'll see that very soon it will grow very well again. Each time I eat my banana, I just use the peels for manure for my garden, and my garden is doing fine. My garden is doing fine. Yes, my garden is doing fine, and I really love what is coming out from the garden. The lemongrass is doing well, the scent leaf is doing well, the what's it called? Miracle. The miracle leaf is not doing well because this lemongrass covered it. Yes, this lemongrass covered it. So I will have to look for another place to plant my miracle leaf because the lemongrass is doing so well. It's growing so fast that it's not giving the miracle leaf space to grow. And miracle leaf is one leaf I don't joke with, so I will just have to look for how to plant it in another place. So please, if you are still watching me and you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on that subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. So after cutting it, what I just did was to dry it in sun for 24 hours. Then I continue the drying inside the house under the shade, so you don't need to leave it under the sun more than 24 hours. And the one I grinded with industrial grinder, I've given it out, I've sold it out. So these are just little I kept for myself because I was not able to make video of the produce, the end results. Yes, I was not able to make video. My phone had a problem, and I just had to go grind that one and deliver it. So I'm just going to make this one for myself with my blender, though using blender will not give you a smooth result. So you have to do, if you want something smooth, you have to make and use the industrial grinder to do it. Or if you know your blender is very good, then you can use a blender, but the result that my blender will give me will not be bad, but it won't be smooth like when you're using an industrial grinder. So this is it. I'll keep grinding until I get the result I want. So our lemongrass powder is ready. So let me tell you how you'll be taking this tea. Now, lemongrass with all the health benefits that comes with our lemongrass is a very nice tea for the whole family. This will help to prevent malaria when you are taking this tea. This will help to prevent cold, flu, fever. Lemongrass is very good for fever in case you don't know. Please, if you know you are always sick, this tea is good for you. All you just need to do is to take 1 teaspoon and add it in hot water, allow it to infuse. I prefer doing this at night, then the next morning I top it up with another hot water to make it warm and drink it. You don't need to boil it, okay? You don't need to boil it, but you can boil in a low heat if you wish. But with this powder, you don't need to go through the process of boiling it. Just adding hot water to it and allowing it to infuse is just perfect, it's just okay. And you're going to love this tea. So that is it. If you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up by liking my video and also subscribing to my channel. Feel free to share this with your friends and loved ones. Thanks for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.